everybody. So last year, for all this COVID-19 shizzle, we got the chance to go up in a hot air balloon. It was my mother-in-law's birthday and she fancied going, so 9 of us hopped on a board. Not something I ever thought I'd imagine doing or that I'd ever get the chance to do, so of course I was gonna go. Now we did take quite a bit of footage while we were up there and from below, because Paul didn't go, so I thought I'd do a little video with some of it, but also obviously because quirky snippets are my thing, I've got some history bits as well as we go along. Now the first manned flight in an untethered balloon was in 1783, designed by the Montgolfier brothers in France. They sped through their tests fairly quickly. Their first public tethered flight was an unmanned one in September 1783. The following month was a tethered, human-filled flight. And in November, the first untethered manned flight took place. Over 10 years later, they were first used in military capacity. In 1796 in France during the Battle of Fleurus, they used it mainly for observations. Now, as a lot of you know, I like a bit of local history as well, and this one's no exception. You heard of Stonehenge? Now, it's an ancient and quite mystical stone arrangement in Wiltshire, just to put it simply. But what a lot of people don't realise, there was an aerodrome there. This area had a history of ballooning, with the military using them from the 1800s. Now in 1906, this resulted in the earliest aerial photograph being taken of the stones. In fact, of any historical monument at all. It was originally Royal Engineer air balloonists on site, right up until 1911, when the government deemed aeroplanes actually were going to be quite useful. Not just to be used for observations, but actually quite useful. And it became the Air Battalion instead. There's literally no trace of the aerodrome now. They decided to completely rip it all up and put it all back to nature. So the stones are now sat there in what looked like the middle of nowhere. Obviously balloons have come a long way, design-wise, since the very first one, with every shape and design you can possibly imagine. I even saw one the other day online that was a bunch of grapes. This trip was a very untethered trip, and went a fair way. The views were astounding and an experience I will not forget. If you ever get a chance to go up in a hot air balloon, definitely do it, it's well worth it.